On this episode of Worthy of Me, I'll be showing a 1 hour live playthrough of The Letter. If you don't know much about The Letter yet, here's a little info. The Letter is an interactive horror drama visual novel inspired by classic Asian horror films, Ju-On, The Grudge, and The Ring. Told through an immersive branching narrative, the game puts the players into the shoes of 7 characters as they find themselves falling prey to a vicious curse plaguing the Ermengarde mansion for centuries. In this game, your choices will shape and drive the story forward. Will you mend a relationship on the verge of collapse, or will you let it fall apart? Will you risk saving them, despite the consequences, or leave them to die a gruesome death? The fate of all the characters is in your hands. And now, the gameplay. Alright, welcome to a blind play of The Letter. I have load game here because I played a little bit of it just to see it. It's creepy. Not gonna lie. I'm not good with horror games, so new game. Prologue. The Ermengarde mansion. The Ermengarde mansion. I wonder if they like realized this name was probably gonna be get made fun of. Maybe, maybe not. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. ... The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights and hearsay of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. Unbelievers. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. Isn't it hard to open Pandora's box? Or is it easy and you're just not supposed to open it? I can't remember. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Good luck. Wait. I don't understand this. Someone talking to us? The game player? Did they just break the fourth wall there? Who's speaking to us? Who's the narrative? Why? Isabella. Incoming call from Rose.
Isabella, are you there? Where are you?
Alright. A familiar jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose! I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
I feel like I know her voice. But I've like not played a whole bunch of visual novels, so I could be mistaken. Some people sound the same.
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this.
I don't know if I could live in a mansion. Like, it'd be cool to have one, but about all the rooms except maybe 3 would not be used.
It really takes my breath away.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Yeah, I couldn't live in a haunted mansion though. That's beyond me.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
She hangs up before I can respond. Alright, let's look at her journal. Profile's new. Isabella. Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. Wait, that's a name. Birth date May 28th. Gemini. 26 years old. Is all this really necessary? Like, do we have to have their horoscope sign or whatever? Height 5'2", 158 centimeters. Occupation estate agent. Nationality Filipino. Religion Roman Catholic. Education fine arts undergraduate. Likes cinnamon rolls, dogs, food, police, procedural dramas, and what? Telesurious? What the hell is that? Comedies and karaoke. She is the third child among 7, daughter of a laundrywoman and a jeepney driver. She went to a public school and was an average student, but took to art easily. What's a jeepney driver? Is this like terms I just don't know? Are these Filipino terms? Eventually, she pursued a degree in fine arts, as encouraged by her father. However, when the man was diagnosed with a terminal illness, she had to stop studying to make money. It was Isabella's aunt who helped her get work overseas in order to earn more money than any local job could get her. Rose Cooper became her mentor as soon as she started as an agent at BRC. It's been 5 years since she met her neighbor, Rebecca. She met Ashton during an unfortunate incident involving her first sale at Devlin Court, and later Zachary through him. I don't know who those people are. Rose, still charming as ever.
Who was that?
I look up from my phone to see Rebecca, Becca, giving me a questioning look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose. The one who trained you.
She doesn't say all her lines. So, was the extra bit of line added in later then? But she only said a small bit. That's weird. That makes it awkward to follow the text.
You're working together again? Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anslem Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Also, I want to say I like this little movement of the characters like in front of you. and on the character who's talking, their icons, I like how it changes. So when she was talking about scary stuff, she had that horrified look on her face. And just, it fits the mood of what she's saying. I like that. Most visual novels are kind of like just still images, I guess.
Hold on. Is this the same mansion you've been telling everyone about?
You didn't say your line right, lady?
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her.
I kind of am right now because I'm not there.
And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
As soon as his words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out ever since you got assigned to it.
Cursed rumors and all. Finish your line.
I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me.
Are you rich? How much money you got?
Or Ashton.
How much money he got? Is he rich?
We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
Wait, is she and Ashton together then? I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect when she has that expression.
Becca, I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Yeah, I had a friend who lived off instant noodles for like years. She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
Alright. My first choice. Let's see. She's nagging me. I feel like this is one of those things me and my boyfriend argue about all the time. Like, you're not eating enough. You just eat this. Like, no, I eat other things too. So I'm gonna go with this one. I never liked the "you're not my mom" thing. It's kind of childish.
Hey, I eat other things too.
I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I can muster. The same one I'd use with my younger siblings when they're being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
The McDonald's bags outnumber everything else in my car.
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. She went a little green on the last one. She's a little green. I gotta say, I wasn't a fan of that list either. I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago?
Ooh. Ooh, are they? Am I gonna say no to that? Please say no to that.
Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year. In any case, Those are still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
Every time I take a bite of rice, I have to speak. She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny, distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back to me, there's only warmth in her smile.
What am I going to do with you?
She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly, if I'm looking for the exact word.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing. Didn't I tell you before? You're always free to reheat my leftovers.
That doesn't say leftovers, it says the food in my fridge.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse, just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movements, when she takes a quick glance at somebody behind me, snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later.
Oh, good.
Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
Oh, cause I'm gonna be rich, you won't use my money. Okay. Alright, I see how you are. Not wow. Can't say not Nocturne because you're Nocturne. We've gained friendship with Rebecca. I look so sassy. Like, I am ready to go.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. History books are always thick, because there's like non-stop amount of history nobody wants to learn, because it's history. You played this, so you're ready to judge me? Oh shit. Well, my first choice was I eat other foods too. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever's on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. I will say, not in this beginning of this real recording, but I tested the game out a little bit, and when I hit new game, like a ghost just went right through the screen or something. Scared the shit out of me. I'm like, great, it's gonna be that game. It didn't happen this time though. The glass broke instead. I was like, do I want to play this? This is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own?
Thanks for playing, let me give you a heart attack, right? Is her voice actor... Is she the same one on Highway Blossoms? I feel like I know her voice. And I haven't really played that many visual novel games.
I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Alright, I won't.
I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I level her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple days now, something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she has decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it warily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation in my short visit. With a small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. October 21, Friday. Afternoon. In Luxborn City. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Apparently, everyone in Luxborn City knows of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. Excuse me, don't honk. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious, sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. You looked it up, Isabella is voiced by Amanda Lee. You don't see the name of Highway Blossoms cast. Huh. I don't know, I don't know. Some voices sound the same. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back on the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. I will say, my boyfriend watches something Boardwalk something on HBO, not the HBO? Like Max or something like that, HBO Max. And one of the ladies on there, swear to God, she reminds me of a video game character. And I looked her up, and she is not voiced the video game character that I know of. And whenever I hear her voice, I just have flashbacks of The Witcher 3. One of those just random ladies talking to him. It's like, it's her voice. That is her voice. IMDb got it wrong. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. You'll just write it off to me being crazy. I mean, I am crazy, but still. Life has ways of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again anyway. Do we now have speakerphone? Wait, what day and age is this?
Rose?
We gotta have speakerphone.
Guess again.
That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
He looks hot. Don't he look hot?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
Would you tap that, Nocturne? I tap that.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
And I just want to say, I said it when I first started this game, but Ermengarde? Really? Ermengarde? You know how many people are gonna start saying Ermengarde?
Ermengarde Mansion?
That's right, Ermengarde Mansion. Ermengarde Mansion.
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
I know I'm not. Like, when I first read it, I was like, no way. Did they really use that name?
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
He's called Ash Hole now.
Whatever. Bye.
Stupid Ash Hole, always teasing me when he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. Well, it ain't gonna be me, I'll tell you that right now. Why do we start on 21st? Like, what happens to 17th? Before going to the Ermengarde Mansion, Isabella Santos dropped by St. Goretti High School to check on Rebecca Gales. The former reminded the latter to take her flu medicine before leaving. On the way to the mansion, Isabella received a phone call from Ashton Frey, reminding her of Zachary Steele's movie premiere that night. It's a lot of names to remember so far. It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Yet, despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. While Anselm Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, the horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow, it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
Are you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Yeah, you're going into this mansion that's haunted.
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it.
It's because one of their family members committed suicide in there. I don't think I would want to live in it.
No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
He drives off after. What he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. If I want to get that bonus and commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it, however, while my own copy of the keys dangle uselessly in my hand. Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Ooh, looks pretty, I don't know. Not really bland, but it's a very Beauty and the Beast type of window up there. Entering, what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed ever again. Like me, for instance. Leave me alone. Don't disturb me.
Rose?
Okay, Gengar, it's going to eat you alive. I call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
Rose is dead. She died. The house ate her alive. Ermagerd, the house ate her alive. My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number. But
the number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
oh, she's been eaten. What do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? This isn't Spirited Away. No, Isabella. Ugh, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dial her number again, hoping the call will connect this time. It's not.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
Well, shit. But to no avail. Oh boy. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose! This isn't funny! You know this place gives me the creeps.
Oh, there's a slight echo. No answer. This isn't going to work. The place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Please don't. Taking a couple steps forward, I notice something move above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh? Fine. I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I try to contact her number again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. I don't think the Lord is with us. Yes, finally.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope it doesn't cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down. Rose, what's wrong with your voice? Rose, do you need... You need a listen. What are those things called? For sore throat. God, I can't read such an L. Can you say attic, Rose? Say attic.
What? The attic? Why?
Yeah, Lasange. I don't think she needs that. Meanwhile, we're just staying on the phone while she does this. It's been 1 minute and 20 seconds now. Oh, man. Got cut off. Man, do I really need to go there? It's like she swallowed a fly or something. She just couldn't get the words out. With how deep inside the mansion the attic is. That's what you get for having a knockoff iPhone. There's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Out of all places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Nope. I would be sitting on the front porch. Like, if you want me to talk to you face to face, you better get the hell out of the attic. Clear your throat out so you don't freak me out when you talk. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange, abandoned houses. With no cell service, by the way. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. Ooh. Look at the pretty birdies flying outside in freedom. It branches out to the two major wings of the mansion. East and the west wing. There are two attics here, one on each side. But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it at least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. I never liked going to attics, so stalemate. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air with every step. Thank God it's still daytime. That's gonna save you. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old this place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they didn't bother to add one here when renovated escapes me. You know, this could have been a perfect moment to, like, have a staircase leading up to the attic instead of just this hallway. Sheesh, they did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. Emphasis on small. It looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here, full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. I thought they renovated the place. Like, got the dust out and everything. God, I thought they cleaned everything. That's what I'm saying! They didn't clean everything. What the hell? Did we pay them their full price? Did the crew miss this room? If I looked in here, I'd be like, nope. Ugh. Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? They like, we aren't going to that creepy attic. Hell no. No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambiance of this estate is doing such a remarkable job at making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Ugh, shut up, brain. You are not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? Alright. What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. What did she do? I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea, right from the very start. Technically, wouldn't there only be one spirit? Because it was the girl that committed suicide. But nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. I think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always tried to be a model employee, but not this time, no. Turning back for the sake of my sanity. Fry Realty can find another agent who's more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like...
A letter?
Oh no, the name of the game. Lying on the ground, just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. She's not even looking at it. Her gaze is too far forward. Also, this scene really reminds me of these scenes in Deathmark. Yeah. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? I know I'm right. Her eyes are looking at something on the wall. Was she here a while ago? I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. Maybe she jumped out the window, you don't know. Maybe it's a giant spider. So dumb, Nocturne. It's a horror visual novel, but ain't no spider gonna creepy crawl out of the wall. With great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
What? Oh my god.
Her face. Help me, 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 help me. Nothing but the words help me fills the page, all of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase just goes on and on until... Send this to 5 people or else. Freaking chain letters. God damn it. They're so stupid. I get them like on my Facebook from my friends. I'm just like, really? Really? Delete. This would make a good background for a hog.
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing on a second page. Or else you'll win the lottery. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. Or else you have 100 pet Gengars. All licking your face. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Pulling the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. Ew. Someone needs a pedicure. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision. covered in gaping wounds, with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat, even my feet will move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. I mean, if I saw this, I'd pretty much figure I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna close my eyes and pray. The thing is, I wouldn't want to open my eyes back up. Be brave and look up, though. I mean, hope it's not real. Well, it's just like some weird hallucination thing. I've already played up to this point. I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna go ahead and go with the be brave choice. Cause I was like, whoa! I need to face it. Whoever, whatever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. You're gonna wish you didn't. I'll save my game here. A cold comfort. So with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of courage I have left in me and shift my gaze upwards. Yeah. She's got like a fly stuck in her throat. She needs a lasagna. Just throw it in her mouth.
Please, don't hurt me.
Without thinking, I scramble towards the door. Here's a whole bag of halls for you. Just dump them all in her mouth with the packaging still on them. I struggle to open it, but it won't budge. Yeah, well, the door won't open. I was gonna say it's fine. Her ankle's broken, so she can't move very quickly. Why now? Why won't it open now? My heart sinks as reality draws in. I'm locked in. Locked in with that thing. I'm very curious here, because, like I said, I know what happens next. It slowly approaches me as I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. What if I don't tap Z? Do I die? Girlfriend, you need to back up. Are you kidding me? Necrotic paralysis? That was anticlimactic, wasn't it? I'm disappointed. I spammed that key like hell when I first played this game. It's gone. Where is it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, we died. I'm very happy that I have my volume set to low for this game. Alright. Cool. I got that achievement for nothing. Got a bunch of other characters to play though. Why did... Come on. Alright, fine. Is she shaking the doorknob? Whew. Yes. The door finally swings open. I couldn't have been happier. Wasting no time, I leap out the door and don't look back. My feet pound against the floor in rhythm with a loud, fast beating of my heart. By the time I run past the hallway and find myself atop the grand staircase, my chest feels so tight like it's going to burst. She's lucky she doesn't have a heart attack. That's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Maybe that was Rose. Rose, what happened to you? You look so different. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me, and my shoe slips and I find myself falling. Okay, Cinderella. Until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. You thought you survived! Nope. My head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
Go away.
The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness. They smelled terrible, like mildew. While looking for her missing co-agent, Isabella Santos found a mysterious letter in the Ermengarde mansion's attic. Driven to fear by what she read inside, thinking it's the place's curse at work. She hurried to leave the place, only to meet her mother. A buzz breaks the silence. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. Shouldn't sleep with a concussion. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Come on. Can I just get a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek, and something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling. The fog immediately lifts from my mind the moment I recognize the voice and my eyes snap open. There, looking down at me, is Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face. Or trying, at least. Oh, she looks pretty worried. They both look pretty worried to me. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspect a small bump has already formed, if the light ache in the area indicates anything.
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12-teen? No, that's wrong.
12-teen.
Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her, what with the way she towers over us. And here I thought Rose was already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? With how primly dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit, an expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation.
Just Do it, please.
I eye them both warily, but recite everything as she is asked. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you alright?
Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic and...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews.
Oh, she wasn't part of the cleaning crew. I assure you on that one.
The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Both Rose and the lady look at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I'm done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's... whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down.
A rug.
Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump. That's not a concussion at all, mind you. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I may lose that bonus BRC promise, but that's completely beside the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
The two of them exchange a worried glance and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation. She says no.
Alright, you in.
Woohoo, a win. A smile threatens to slip out from me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little in myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. Not in the scary negative way. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, Angramee would have probably wished to be like her. At her lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat. Words get caught in my throat at the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my blunders. Such as that typo.
My sincerest apologies, Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
McCulloch. Irish? Thank you for watching this episode of Worthy of Me. If you found it worthy, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, we'd love you to have you as part of our community. And I'll see you all on the next episode.